Hey Taurus, we're just going to delve a little bit deeper into your situation this week, okay? Now there seemed to be a lot of romance stuff in the first video, but that might not pertain completely to you. So let's just take a look at some of the key themes or key aspects that are going to come up for you this week. Okay, so we have fear. We have some scarcity here. Not really trusting your intuition, or really understanding your how empowered you are to create your abundance. Okay, let's pull some more on this and get into this here. Where is this scarcity coming from? Okay, so 10 of Cups. Okay, let's get some more. Oops, we got 2 here. Okay, so we have the Devil and the 5 of Swords. All right, so what I get from this is there's an energy of placing your happiness on a certain amount of money you have, or placing your happiness on financial stability, okay? The problem is that it's created codependency, and you're taking up the mantle for something. And this isn't going to be for all Taurus. We're going to pull for some more cards to see where y'all are at. But for some of you, you're in this lack mentality where you where your sole focus is on earning money, and the problem with that is it's creating conflict and disharmony with other aspects of your life. And I feel like for some of you, you only see the scarcity. You don't see the really beautiful, amazing things that could be happening for you. In your life, right? And I feel like you're fighting for something. You're hanging on to this, like you're fighting really hard. It's almost like you ever been, I'm being shown, like you ever see like a 10-speed bike and you're in like the first gear and you're pedaling as fast as you can, but you're not getting anywhere. It's because you're focused perhaps on the wrong things. Okay, there's a focus on the lack instead of the abundance you do have in your life. Okay, I want to see what we can get here, if we can get some guidance on that, other than, you know, tapping into your intuition. Yeah, the frequency of fertility. Okay, so it's a 27. So we have some peace, we have some knowledge here, tapping into your intuition, learning a different way to go about things. I know that's not easy. It's probably something you've struggled with your whole life, perhaps. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So while you're constantly in this place of lack and fear of lack, okay, you don't have the opportunity to create this fertile life for yourself. So maybe it's going to come up for you this week to really delve into and do and take action on it. It's one thing to be aware, it's another thing to take action. All right, so let's see what else is going on for Taurus this week. Okay, so we have wisdom. I feel like that came up in the first video. Okay, so wisdom. What do we got going on with wisdom here? Learning more, actually making an effort to learn more. Okay, because the 4 to me is a worker number. It's the number of work. Okay, justice. So we have some karma here. Okay, objectivity and fairness. Okay, and interestingly enough, nothing is black and white. Okay, then we have the wheel. Okay, there's a lucky break here. There's again a cycle. We're cycling through karmic lessons, more karma. Okay, so for some of you, there's going to be some karmic cycles ending. And then we have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so we have frustration, boredom, not appreciating what you have, sort of missing opportunities of abundance, but being given the opportunity to have introspection. Okay, karma isn't just relationships. Karma can be the things. Karma can be certain lessons that you've had to learn. Okay, I do feel like this is sort of This is around understanding karma and not fearing it and knowing that it's just another energetic process. When you reconnect to your higher self, to your soul, it's embracing that aspect of you. Some of you need to embrace that and have a different perspective in regards to the karma you feel, or the judgment around that. Okay, there's some judgment here showing up. Okay, maybe you're judging yourself, maybe you're judging others. Okay, yeah, the third eye chakra. So the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. What I get from this more so, Taurus, is just seeing the truth. Seeing the truth, seeing things for what they are, and not worrying so much about strict right or wrong or black or white, or, you know, allowing yourself to be a little more fluid in that area and be open, because I think you'll find there's a little bit more grace in there for you as well, because I suspect you're probably harder on yourself, or just as hard on yourself as you are on everybody else. Okay, so let's take a look at another situation here this week. What else is going to come up for Taurus this week? Okay, reciprocity. We got the honeybee and we have 6. So we have some nurturing here. Sorry, the lighting's kind of, it's a man with a bee, with a bunch of bees on his face. Okay, we have reciprocity. Okay, working together. It's kind of working together. Okay, collaboration. All right, so we have the sun. Okay, so we have some clarity around this. We do have some success. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is more about the determination of making something work. Okay, it's sometimes truth bomb energy, but that's not what I'm getting. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, so we have some entrepreneurial stuff happening here, and maybe wanting to collaborate or work with other people. For some, it's to make sure. Sorry, I'm going to move these over a bit so you guys can see all the cards. To kind of make sure that you're not forcing something that isn't quite meant to be. It's the right concept. You're meant to collaborate. Okay, know that. You know that in your knowing. But if you get too excited or too desperate to collaborate, you might not be feeling the proper energy of the, like you might be out of alignment in vibration with the people that you're trying to collaborate with, and it may not go as well as planned. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a lesson, but it's sort of, I feel like it's going to come up for you this week to teach yourself how to see if you align with someone's energy and if the collaboration is going to be fruitful or not. Okay, there's got to be give and take. There's got to be equal partnership here, the reciprocity. Okay, so integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Okay, so we have more balance here. I think it's very interesting because I think it really does speak to all these situations, this piece of integration and balancing the positive and the negative. Okay, but this is truly all bringing you back to a state of your true self and learning more about your soul self and not so much your human self, Taurus. And I know that can be a little bit out there sometimes, but if you're really truly seeking abundance and peace and success, that's kind of where you have to start. So I hope that this has helped. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing week. Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly check-in. I'm just going to delve a little bit deeper into the collective of Virgo energy. Okay, so what is the first thing going on? All right, so we have the sacred ibis. We have learning. So there's going to be some learning happening here this week for you. What kind of learning? We don't know yet. Okay. All right. It is a 22, so it is building, master building. Entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, so is there some kind of business endeavor that you've been wanting to, look at that Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay, this is a good fit, right? We've got the two counterparts showing up here. We've got empowerment. It's going to make you feel empowered. Okay, but we have the Five of Swords with that. Okay. All right, that's an interesting combination, I have to tell you, because I feel like for some of you, okay, you may be too much alike. I don't know if you're anyway, the whole point of where I was going with this whole business opportunity, I feel like maybe some of you have an opportunity to take on a partnership with somebody, okay? And what I get from this, which I think is very interesting, is that the two of you are very much a lot alike, but there's a lot of really creative dynamics here, and it's actually going to be very fruitful, but it's going to be a learning experience for you because you're both going to want to do things your way, and you're both going to have to learn to compromise and what you're actually going to fight for and what's actually good for the whole of the situation. So I think it's very positive, okay, but there's going to be tough learning moments for you and this other person around how to create an equal partnership to create magic, okay? This could actually be somebody that you're romantically interested in, okay? Because we have romantic love that popped up. Okay, and for some of you, I feel like maybe you haven't met them yet. I don't know. Or you might have met them through a romantic partner. I don't feel... I mean, the King and Queen of Swords here, okay? So this could be more than a romantic partnership. I do feel like there is some kind of soul purpose here. There is some kind of business entrepreneurial thing here, okay? So don't discredit that. I don't feel like love and romance will be involved in this business. But there is a connection to love and romance here. So be open, because it is going to be very positive, and it is going to, yeah, we're just going to go with that. We're going to leave it at that. Because I think there's, it's almost like I can feel some of your brains trying to connect the dots, and maybe they aren't meant to be connected quite yet, and it's just to be open to this possibility. Okay, something that's going to come into your view this week. Okay, so what else do we have going on for Virgo? Okay, we also have wisdom. Very interesting. Taurus got that. All right, so learning. Okay, there's going to be some change happening, perhaps. Lots of learning going on. Okay, the Two of Wands. Okay, planning your future. But needing to make a choice between being comfortable and new opportunities. All right, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you can be a little methodical about it. Okay, you can learn more about it. You can make a wise decision about it. You don't have to be hasty, okay? You have time, because the Knight of Pentacles is about creating new prosperous beginnings. It's a little bit of a slower energy, but it's very, how do I put this? It's solid, right? It's going to create that solid foundation for you. So it's okay to be a little bit pragmatic when it comes to making these plans for your future, because you want to be a little more wise about it. You don't want to rush into anything. Then we have emergence. So the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So what I get from that, it's a 7. Okay, so we have some knowledge. Okay, we have, again, seeking deeper knowledge, but being at peace with change, okay, being at peace with the change that's happening here. And what I get from this particular card is, if you can be more playful and more open and more excited about it, okay, that's how you know you're making the right decisions, right? Because there's an excitement there that wasn't there. It's not about duty or obligation. It's about joy and excitement, like a kid, like being excited like a child, right? Okay, so let's take a look for one more here for Virgo. Okay. Here we go, one more for Virgo. We had like 3 pop up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have the Watcher. All right, so we have self-change here, changing within one's self. Okay. But also watching. Watching is an interesting card here. So the King of Swords. Okay. I feel this could be somebody, rules and law. Okay. Kind Capricorn, Aquarius energy, okay? But there's also bravery and courage here. So let's see what else we have to do with it. Ooh. The Empress, okay. The Divine Feminine, prolific creativity, okay. And then the Strength card. So we have some mastery of emotions. I feel some of you maybe perhaps have some very strong feelings for somebody. They're kind of this King of Swords energy, very intelligent, very logical, very clear thinker, okay, very rule follower, okay. There's a lot of unconditional love for this person, some empathy, you're really drawn to them, really connected to them, but you're holding back a lot of your emotions and you're kind of watching them from afar. And so I feel like that's going to be, I feel like you're going to feel that a lot. Very interesting. We have the Delight card. So it supports our capability to create experiences, create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. So I feel like this person brings a lot of intense joy and happiness to you. But there's going to be a lot of reflection because we have a 15 here. So we have a lot of self-change. And I feel like maybe there's going to be a lot of reflection around why they're not in your life. Okay, because they do truly, you know, they bring joy, they bring happiness. There's this delight when you connect to their energy, and it's just genuine and it's real and it's consistent. And I feel like you're going to reflect on why you're holding yourself back, okay, to this other person. I understand that things may be a little more complicated than that, but understanding that, you know, the energy kind of begins with you. So, and that's all you can do, right, is to figure out your own stuff. But I hope that this has helped. It looks like it's going to be a very informative week for you, Virgo. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing week. Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. We're going to delve into things a little bit here, just a little bit more into the energy of this collective. So what's the first? Okay, so we have freedom right off the hop, okay? We have freedom. And then I don't normally look at the bottom cards, but we have peace, okay? Self. So there's going to be some peace coming with this work and effort that you're putting forward to maybe create freedom in your life. But let's take a look at what this all means. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. All right, there might be a need to build self-confidence. You may need to free yourself to do that. We have the World, so we know that there's some sort of cycle coming to an end for you. Okay, that's not quite out. Okay. And we know there's going to be victory here. Okay, this is a really positive move for you, as scary as it might be, because I feel like some of you are going down this path you've never gone before. And I feel like it's a little bit intimidating, but I promise you the energy of this is unreal. Like the excitement, okay? This is an accomplishment. This is a victory. You're coming home to self, okay? This is a new level of consciousness for you. It's a new level of being. You've laid your sword down. You've walked away. You've chosen yourself, okay? And I feel some of you have never really done that before. So, all right, let's take a look here. So healing. So the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. This is absolutely going to be a very healing move for you. There was the oops, I almost dropped all the cards, but there's the Four of Swords on the bottom, okay? So this is recovery after a bit of an emotional event, okay? And it's going to bring a lot of peace for you. So just know that this is and if this doesn't align with you, there's going to be other stuff coming for Capricorns, but I felt very strongly about this. This is a happy ending for you, and it may not feel like it in the moment because you're still running out the gate, okay? All right, let's go ahead and see. Ooh, what else we have? Strategy. Okay, we got the Red Fox with strategy here. What's going on with your strategy? We have 3, so we might have some communication, okay? Temperance, creating balance, for yourself, okay? Having patience, having purpose, okay? Whoa, 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 too many. Just need one. Or we'll take two, that's fine. The Empress, or the Emperor, I'm sorry. I can't read the writing on the card. Okay, so stepping into that divine masculine energy, that confident, that strategic, that taking action but leading your life with confidence energy. And then the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So I feel like these are very much together. You can take pride in knowing that you've planned this for yourself in some regard, and it's to create your own individuality, right? Feeling good, looking good, smelling good, whatever it is, just really enjoying who you are as an individual and the freedom of what that feels like to stand on your own, okay? Realization. Okay, so we have the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Okay, we can only truly be the highest expression of ourselves when we truly can be ourselves, okay, without anybody else's concept. And I just feel like maybe this is a bit of a transition this week, but stepping into that Nine of Pentacles, like, that's that individual. For some of you, you're leaving a relationship and you're becoming single again, but it's truly a very positive, healthy thing for you, and it's going to bolster your confidence. It's going to just create and for those of you that weren't in a relationship, but maybe you were codependent on certain things or certain people, you're going to be finding your freedom this week. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we have loyalty, okay? We have a lot of 11s, 2 11s here, 2 29s coming up. The loyalty was in reverse, and it's a crane. Oh, I love that, okay? But let's take a look at where we're going to go with this. Some of you might be struggling with feeling like you're being disloyal, okay? But it's to understand that you haven't been loyal to yourself, and no one's going to do that for you. So I feel like some of you have realized that. And there's going to be a struggle with loyalties. There's going to be some people you thought might be loyal, and they may not support this journey for you. But it's just to know it has nothing to do with your, to do with whether you're worthy of loyalty or not. It has to do with wherever they're at in their life, okay? Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles. So we have, this is legacy. Okay, this is family. We have the Eight of Cups. Okay. And the Moon. Okay, so what I get from this, Capricorn, is for some of you, there's a bit of a struggle because you feel like, because this has to do with family or people you consider family, okay? Eight of Cups is walking away from what no longer serves. And there's fear here. There's fear that if you walk this path that your family is going to not follow you. But I'm hearing very clearly that if people truly love and care about you, okay, truly love and care about you, they are going to want what's best for you, and they're going to support you. And they may not do that right away. Okay, but it's to trust and know that if they're meant to be in your life, they will follow you. And I know that that's a scary thought, okay? But it's to know that even though sometimes people are family or you consider them family, that's an old belief that, because I feel like for some of you, and this might not be for all, I feel like there's conditions on their love. It comes with judgment or expectation, and part of you walking away and part of you creating your own freedom of self, okay, is going to help them step out of that conditional love energy, okay, because it's meant to trigger them, okay. Not that that's your responsibility, but it's to know that if they're meant to come around, they will come around, and if they don't come around, it's okay. So we have consciousness, okay. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention, okay, on the aspects that show up so we can include them in our reality. And it's sort of the frequency of Gaia is sort of what came up here as well. This is a transition. So we have a transitionary number, and knowing that you're kind of meant to go through this is about being connected. So the people that you're meant to go through this entire life with, you will always go through this life with, you know, and even though they may not understand what you're doing, they will come around. And for those, again, those that don't come around, they're not meant to, okay? So trust your intuition in this. Your intuition will tell you the truth. Keep tapping into your heart space. It's going to help you pull through that fear so you can keep moving forward into a place. Because I'm going to tell you, for me personally, this was one of the struggles that I had and the fear I had. But, you know, it got me to a place where I could love and accept people for who they're choosing to be, okay? And once my friends and family saw how happy I was, they started to understand and support me. But to be able to do that without it is going to build your confidence. Without their support, without the need to have their approval, is going to build your confidence in yourself and trust in yourself. So I hope that this has helped. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing week, Cappies.